Hi, welcome back to Knight's Helm Farms. As you can see, I've been watering my garden. I've put in a lot more plants since the last time I showed you, so I figured I'd share that with you today. But right now I gotta take this water out to the lemon tree and the orange tree in the pollinator garden. So let's go take a look. Just yesterday we put up the arbors here on the raised beds. I'm really liking how they turned out. And as you can see, we've been doing a lot of work on the pollinator garden. We still don't have the path all the way through. And what we have over here isn't done yet. Well, we've been getting a lot of rain and a lot of really hot days, so that's kind of been putting the kibosh on working out here as much as we'd want to. So we have a Meyer lemon there, and an orange tree here. So let's take a closer look here at the pollinator garden. We have a mason bee house, which will be mounted up on a pole. We also have a bird house that we're going to put on a pole out here as well. And then the bird bath, I'll probably plant, I don't know, I'm taking suggestions. What should I plant in the bottom of the bird bath? Because I've had strawberries and I've had herbs when it was on my patio. And the problem with that is the birds sit on the bird bath and then they poop on your herbs and your strawberries. So then I decided to put in succulents, but then the succulents got so big you could hardly get them out of there when it was time to transplant. So I don't know. What should I put there? Anyway, like I was saying, this path is pretty much as wide as it's going to be until you get to about right there. And then that needs to be a lot larger around the bird bath. And then I have this idea that somehow, some way, the sticks that are back there, they're from the pecan tree. They're just dead limbs that we trimmed off early in the spring. That they would be like nice roosts for birds to sit around the bird bath. But I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. So I'll show you what we have planted ready for this area. Since it's a pollinator garden, it's going to have a lot of flowers that are good for birds and bees and butterflies. Here we put in a lamppost, a solar lamppost, and the path is going to go from where it stops here on the weed cloth. We have to run more weed cloth obviously, but out and then around, all the way around the lamppost, and then it will meet up with the garden right there on the side of the triangular shaped bed. So let's take a look at what I have in the beds. Here we have 2 jalapenos. They've gotten so tall that I had to take the net off the top of them. That's why it's just laying here. 4 sweet peppers. We've got 2 green, 1 red, and 1 orange. Here we have basil that's doing very good. Very pleased with my basil. And then I have the sweet basil that I planted is coming up. Here we've got some tomatoes and cilantro. I like how they're all looking as well. This is a crown from that guy when I pruned him and I planted it. So is that. It's looking good. This one's not so much. This is a crown from the Cherokee purple tomato and it's looking good. I planted him like super deep. Cilantro is looking really good. We could harvest that at this point. Something that I didn't show you when I was out here before, where I'm calling them benches or tables. Lance and I decided to use up some of our scrap, and we made these kind of U-shaped wooden benches or tables. You can sit stuff on them, or you can sit on them and service the beds. So I like how they turned out. I think they're really cute. Today I found a bird sitting on one of my arbors, so they like them. And I can't wait until they get filled in. That'll be nice. The marigolds that I planted in here with the Dusty Miller and Coleus are coming along really well. Here we've got some birdhouse gourds. They'll go up both trellises however they like. Some of them are getting pretty nice sized. Down here, for some reason, a lot of sunflowers came up in one spot and then none came in down there. And I know that before I put the mesh on, I was finding little footprints in here, and I don't know if it was a cat or if it was one of our fox. We have gray fox that come up on our deck at night, so they might have gotten in here. I don't know if somebody ate some seeds or those seeds didn't germinate, and I don't know how many got, or so many got down here, but I'm gonna try to transplant some of those down there to kind of finish out the row. All of these sunflowers are the short bouquet kind. There's 4 different colors in there. But I think they're looking good. I know there is something that's chewing on it, and I think it's the grasshoppers. But I don't have chickens or geese yet, so. Oregano is going crazy. Thyme, or rosemary is looking good. Sage looks good, except for that white thing on top, and I don't know what that is. It might be bird poop. Cucumbers are loving the trellis already. They're, especially the biggest one, he's already grasped on, decided that, oh look, this guy, he's done that just since this morning when I came out. He's decided that he likes it too. So they're gonna really enjoy having the trellis to climb on. Here's another bench. And then those can be moved pretty much wherever they're built short enough that they can be put in between any of our posts. Marigolds coming in at the side, the center posts, really nicely here. Kind of sporadic on the other beds. It's funny how one bed will do really good and the others don't. And then here we have my nursery. At this point, the greenhouse is finished except for the plastic. The plastic came in last Saturday, so I think we're going to get it up either this weekend or sometime next week. So I've been using this as my nursery. I put all my seed trays in here. I have them covered with the net, and then when it's too hot or when it's raining, we've had a lot of real hard rain, I do a double layer of the shade cloth on them, and that kind of diverts some of the rain. It diffuses it a little bit, certainly. And then when it's too hot, I've been covering that as well. But for the last couple days, they've been out here without anything on them. And then this tray is brand new. I just planted this tray a couple of days ago, and I see that my yarrow is coming up, which is exciting. And then let's see, what else do I see in here? Echinacea right here. And then some of the dahlia. And then some kale. So all of this tray, except for the kale was the free seeds from Baker Creek. The yarrow, snapdragons, milkweed, borage, echinacea, dahlia, that's all going out into the pollinator garden. And then up here we have hollyhocks, mammoth sunflowers, mixed pollinator garden flowers, some cosmos, and then here we have some zinnias, and then more of the mix. I had more seeds and I had more space, so I filled up this side of the tray with it. And then the middle part is dill, because I planted dill in my raised bed and none of them came up, so I got another pack and tried again. That's the story of garden life, right? Try again. And then let's see, these cactus came out of the pollinator garden. We had planted them over there and then dug them up when we started working. We removed all the rocks in the cactus and then mowed very short. and put the weed cloth down and started with the path. But then, like I said, we had a lot of rain lately, which is why there's a mushroom coming up right here. That's crazy. That's one of the ones that it opens up flat, and then when it disintegrates, it's like black ink all over everything. So we'll keep it from happening. We added the second latch for our greenhouse door here, so when it's open, it's latched in the open position. My husband's genius idea. Greenhouse is done except for the plastic. This is rails and cranks and wiggle wire, and then the plastic just came in, so it's up on the deck. So thank you for joining me for a kind of a catch up on the garden tour and seeing how everything is coming along. I've been really enjoying coming out every evening and watering and seeing how much they've changed just overnight from, you know, I check on them in the evening and I water them, and then I come out and look at them in the morning, and they've all grown so much. It's very exciting. This is my first vegetable garden ever. In California, I planted a lot of trees and a lot of flowers and a lot of grass, and watered a lot of trees and flowers and grass constantly to no avail. But it's really been a good feeling to plant vegetables and know that pretty soon we're going to have fresh jalapenos and cilantro and tomatoes and cucumbers and basil and oregano right from our own garden. I have a lot of other seeds that I'm going to start as well, so the rest of those beds, they'll be full. This is just kind of like well, I guess now it's like the second wave. So I gotta go pick up my watering can and then go back inside and finish my laundry. Yay. Thanks so much for joining me on my garden tour. Please like and subscribe, and we want to say again thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. If you like what you see here, hit that button and subscribe, and then the other little bell so that you know when we put up our new video, which happens every Sunday at 5 a.m. Central.